What can we say? I mean, there's a lot to say. There's going to be quite an interesting show, folks. Sharks lose 8-0. Holy heck, what in the world has happened? I'm shocked the jersey hasn't been thrown on the ice. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about how hockey should be for everyone, but isn't yet. And maybe a coup to check in right now. This is Teal Town After Dark. You know what? Forget it. They don't even deserve the intro. Let's just get it. Welcome to Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks postgame show. We do this after every game, home or away, win or loss, stealth mode or not. Stealth mode, They looked like they were in stealth mode tonight because they didn't show up. If you want to be part of the show, here's how you want to do it. Chat with us and fellow Sharks fans on the page or the app. Follow us on the social, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Smash that subscribe button on YouTube, SoundCloud, Reddit, Discord. Find everything at tealtownusa.com. Felix, how you doing?
Wish things were better, but boy, like you said, what can we really say?
There's things we can say, Felix. There are things we can say. The thing is that, and you know what? I want to pull up this tweet from Corey Masasic that I think got onto our Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord yet, by all means, check us out there. But now you're when the beat writers are questioning if you're giving a damn, you have a problem. Corey Masasic. Let's see here. I'm trying to find it on here. Unless you find it, Felix. It's just bad. I mean, hell, not to jump forward, but when Vlasic's passing the puck mid-ice right to a player for banging a goal, heck, Sawchenko wasn't even looking at it. No, here we go. Corey Masasic from The Athletic. I think in general, fans, media, etc. can be too quick to run to these guys aren't trying hard enough. Across all sports, when a team is bad / injured / playing poorly. This is one night where it looks like a question or two about effort from the home team might be warranted. I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I think you were about to say the same thing I was. Is he wrong? He's not wrong. And the reason why I say, is there really anything more to talk about? Because our colleague Ian has been on the show, numerous times, just banging these same drums, and we as a collective podcast have been banging the same drum. It's quite frankly, it's laughable at this point. The performance, especially that we saw on the ice tonight, and I think I tweeted you gotta give your goalie run support.
Right.
Jussi Saros was, and you know what, I might as well just throw in an F-bomb right now. Jussi Saros was fucking good. There's no doubt about it. But but here's the thing. Who scored 8 fucking goals tonight? Not the Sharks.
Not the Sharks.
So, blame the goalie all you want. There may have been a few soft ones that Stalock might have wanted to have back, but it's not on him. When you're barely scoring goals and you can't defend for fucking shit, this is what you get. This is the result that you deserve when you don't give your fucking goalies the run support that they fucking need.
Okay, you don't have to drop all the F-bombs all at once, Felix. It's okay there. But you bring up a good point, and I'm going to bring you up to something we talked about, during the third period. Give a damn. Defense. You're supposed to be this defensive-minded coach. It's 8-0. They didn't show up. You overplayed James Reimer to the point where he's now week-to-week injury. Okay? You were too afraid to go with a rookie goaltender because you're still trying to fight for the playoffs. Judging by this game, unless you guys pull a rabbit out of you know where, this team's not going to the playoffs. It shouldn't. Landy, let me quickly say super chat for Rob Hoffman. Thank you very much. Booger must be out of here once the season ends. Landy, 8 is a failure on everything. Complete system failure. Yep. No, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing, Felix, is that it's a complete failure on everything. And it's not just been tonight. Yes, 8-0 is just absolute nightmare. But what's the thing I had you look up?
Right, the shots on goal. So the single. This is just absolutely just horrendous and just unacceptable. The number of single-digit shots on goal periods in the last 15 periods. Now, and I had to tally it up all up manually and for the last 5 games, but the Sharks had 12 single-digit shot on goal periods in the last 15 periods. 12. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like 12 out of 15 games.
Yes.
Or 12 out of their last 15 periods. So the last 5 games, they've had 12 periods where they didn't even get to 10 shots on goal. What are we doing? We can't. It's literally the Jim Mora talk. We can't play offense. We can't defense. We can't make a pass. We can't make a save. I felt bad for Stalock. This is his first NHL game in over 2 years. His last NHL win was 2 years to this day. And guess who it was? Guess who it was against, Felix?
It was, I believe, the Sharks?
Yes! It was against the Sharks! It was against the Sharks! Like
you can't make this stuff up.
No!
You really can't.
That's the thing! That's the thing. You played a guy who, God love him, I'm so glad he's getting a chance back. I know he's gone through hard issues due to COVID. I'm glad he's doing okay. I'm glad he's feeling good. But the defense left him out to dry.
Oh, absolutely.
There were guys that were left in there that that were right in front of the net, just ready to just tap it in. I think it was a 4-0 goal there. Milosh, I think, was trying to play defense somehow, didn't show up. That was another one of the goals. It's just nightmare after nightmare after nightmare. PJ 48. Oops, sorry. You guys are talking shots on goal. They can't skate the puck into the offensive zone or skate through the neutral zone or skate out of the defensive zone. No, they're getting hemmed in their own zone because they don't know how to get the puck out of the net. Now, granted, it is. This is just ridiculous. They're losing all the battles. We're starting to see them allowing goals off of faceoffs again, which we saw ad nauseum last year. My God.
I this. I'm gonna pull in Ian here and just hashtag this fucking team. That's all I can say.
There's not much to talk about. Here, let's talk about the goals. First period, 10:43. Michael McCarron, gets a loose puck that trickles under Stalock. I didn't think that was his fault. That made it 1-0. Matt Duchene, one of his 2 goals, he's skating it all alone. It looked like Timo Meier had his controller disconnected. It's like, give a damn. Give a damn. I know. Yeah, hell, Tomas Hurdles. I might be traded to this if I don't get a contract. You have 1 goal in the last 15 games. Do you even deserve an 8x8 deal? You really don't.
Yeah.
And here's the worst part, Felix. Here's the worst part. They're not even in it for like a lottery run. They're like the 10th worst team in the league. They're just meh.
This team is an absolute disaster, and the worst. Here's also the kicker. Like, we're going to be dealing with this probably this type of performance and these types of performances for a while, considering the contracts that they're stuck with and quite frankly, I don't even think they have their goaltending situation figured out yet still. So it's bad all around.
All right, Ryan Baer, the fence was standing around all night. Yep, I completely agree. You know, uh, Anthony Sanchez, the Sharks have a defensive field with AHL talent. That is the reason for giving up so many goals. Nothing will change. Get used to. We'll be watching our beloved Sharks become the laughing stock. Yeah, it's bad, and that's the other thing too. I mean, they do have 6 players on IR, but we've always heard them gush about the development system. Remember how a couple of years ago, Felix, we were talking about Chekovic and Shimlevsky?
Oh yes, those names are absolutely familiar.
Where are they?
Oh, I don't know. They are. When's the last time we've heard their names? Even like, I mean, it's been a minute, hasn't it?
One's in the KHL. The other one is currently playing for the Barracuda right now.
Yeah, it's I like again like this organization just if this front office thinks that they can force another quote unquote playoff run, make believe land, into the minds of season ticket holders, so they've got another thing coming.
That's you're damn right. Now here's the thing. Didn't frickin' Shane put out an article that Couture or somebody in Sharks Brass said we're one good streak away from getting back in the playoff picture?
Yeah, and like I don't know, like if you're Couture, like I get that you wanna like have faith and bring the locker room together and like have this belief that you're gonna you know play your asses off and be as much in the playoff with the well, I guess supposedly in the playoff run as much as possible, but I mean, at this point, like I don't know, like this, you've got to accept reality at some point if you're a
Yeah,
if you're a player.
yeah. I mean, Logan Teal 86, Vlasic has ruined his legacy. I mean, that's I hate to say it, but yeah, maybe. Go ahead.
I mean, potentially, for me personally, I don't know if I want to go that far, but at the same time, this year and when his play has just gone down, it hasn't been great for him, sure, but I don't know if it's exactly like screwed his legacy over, but it just again it doesn't look pretty.
Yeah. Barry Bygus, and I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize. I'm not. Barry saying, I miss Dean Lombardi now. If you were to say that years ago, I think a lot of people would have laughed. Maybe as long as a decade ago. And Dean has 2 titles under his belt. Yeah, he does. He does. One of which came from a reverse sweep in 2014, thanks to the San Jose Sharks.
By the way, Lacey apparently is trying to get your attention in chat.
Okay. Kevin, I'll get you on in just a jiffy. Let me run through some of this comments in here. Dana Meyerson, good evening, my friend. None of this would have happened if we kept Eklund. Yeah, you're right. Amy Vanderland, hope isn't a plan. Yeah, I know. Hope is what they thought they had in the Barracuda right now. They don't. SG Sharks fan 39, have they won more than 3 games in a row this season? For sure, the first 4 games, they were 4-0 for that one. I think they might have had one or here and there early in the season, but they're just, freaking out. I don't know. Laurel, maybe the Jumbotron will help some. Rolls eyes. It'll help some notice that this team is a struggle. That's for darn sure. Puck guy, I think the statement is the only we are making the playoffs is making a run to another team. Kevin, whenever you're ready, let me know. We'll make it happen. All right. Sorry I didn't get to you right away on that, but Yeah. So second period was a pair of goals by Matt Luff that made it 4-0. You felt bad for Stalock. I don't even think they were helping him out too much there. And then a 4-goal third period. Duchene gets a second of the game. McCarron gets a second of the game. Trennan on the power play got an easy, or excuse me, Granlund was on the one that got on the power play. But they all had net front presence on that, Felix, and nobody was trying to get in the way or anything. Or for that matter, they were getting in Stalock's way because they were on, I think, on the second goal of this game. I think Stalock didn't even get a chance to see the puck.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that. And he was. I have in my notes. He was definitely screened. But again, just not a great goal to give up. Like it, and just someone's gotta be there and just clear the puck out and block the shot or do something to help Stalock out, because as we mentioned time and time again, he didn't get much help tonight.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, unfortunately for Stalock, Stalock's stats for tonight: 22 saves on 28 shots, 786 save percentage. Sawchenko came in after the sixth goal, allowed 2 on 8 shots, 750 save percentage there. We always talk about time on ice. It was pretty even up. This is probably one of the lower games for Brent Burns at 24-42. Milosh and Vlasic were -4s tonight. I know how plus-minus can be a bad thing to talk about at times, but in a game like this, Felix, this one, the minuses really loom large.
Oh, for sure. Like again, like the when your opponents are trying harder than you are, you probably deserve those minuses in games like these. So
yeah. Nolan, my good friend MLS fan 20 on Twitter, I'm glad you at least saw one San Jose team score a goal and actually get a tie today as the Earthquakes tied. Why can't I think of the Columbus Crew 3-3 at PayPal Park earlier today. That's for you, Ted Ramey, by the way. Saying, I don't want this team even sneaking into the playoffs just to get bounced to 4 straight games in the first round. Yeah, because you go up against Colorado and there's no way for that. For sure, Shang is tweeting from the comments in the chat, in the locker room. Sawchenko will start tomorrow, so Sawchenko will finally get his first NHL start. Yeah, a little too late there, Bob. And Couture on the mood in the Sharks dressing room. We're pissed, embarrassed, but we have a game tomorrow. Well, you better be pissed. Don't get embarrassed. You got a game tomorrow. Frickin' show up, because you didn't show up against the fans tonight.
yeah, and like you said, it's about time they started Sawchenko. Like, I mean, where was this? Like, I don't know, a few games ago, or like when Reimer needed to I don't know take off some of that workload. But I digress.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden Hill has not put up any consistent days to be ready to go. So obviously he's hurt. I fear that we're gonna, pressure him into coming in. Especially with this. Apparently there was a fight in the stands, which is very rare to see at the Shark Tank. I mean, very, very rare. Anthony Sanchez, can we just talk about the fan brawl? Most entertaining event at the Tank tonight. Sad to say this happened. Hope justice was served, but where the hell was San Jose PD? Upon, the media call with Becker, we do hear that they're at 80 to 90% capacity for Bluecoats and such. They're trying to get as many people in as possible. We do know San Jose PD is there. They do have a presence at the Tank. But let's be honest here. And Felix, you've been to games yourself, but I've rarely, if any, have heard them have any brawl issues at the tank.
Yeah, no, and heck, I go to games even less than you or AJ even, and I've not seen one fight in the stands. So yeah, it's pretty rare.
Yeah. Marty T saying, was there a Drake concert or something last night? No, but I do know a lot of them were a lot of the players' partners were at the Bieber concert the other night. So who knows? Along with Brandon Crawford from the Giants. So, yeah, you're right, Sharks fan 27. There was a Bad Bunny concert at the Shark Tank tonight.
Oh yeah, I did read about that on Twitter.
But deep diving through this, Felix, I mean,
Yeah.
This has to be the low point for this team. This has to be the low point for this team. They can't let anything worse be this way. One, I know it sounds simple, but they got to score a goal first off. They got to play some defense. And I'm not going to preach for a shutout, but,
Yeah, and and here's the thing about that. Like, you say this has to be the low point. Remember when the low point was against Detroit on that road trip? Like, I mean, when you thought that allowing two shorthanded goals in just mere seconds was bad, and they pull this crap, you better hope that there aren't going to be any lower points, because this franchise is kind of would be, this team would already be in more trouble than it really is right now.
it is. And Amy, freaking love you, hon. It's good to see you in the chat. Are you daring them to be worse? I mean, they can't be worse. I mean, the worst would be like them losing to the Ducks 10-0 tomorrow. I mean, why not? Try to give a damn in Anaheim. I know there you might have a chance to have lobster tacos at California Adventure tomorrow. I get it. They're delicious. I don't blame you. Or get a churro at Disneyland before, instead of the pregame pasta push. I mean, I get it. But whatever it takes, give a damn. I don't know if Noah Gregor needs to reshave his face. I don't care if Hurl needs to shave the beard that he's doing so he could look. Hey, I look like babyface, and that's the point that we need to just keep going. Like, honestly, Hurdle's trade value. Everybody's talking about. Oh, I can't wait. We'll see what we get for the return on Hurdle. I'll be shocked if we get a first round pick for Hurdle right now.
Yeah, boy, like I mean, again, I think I honestly though, I think based on his recent performance, his stock might have gone down. I still think that, like he's still a really good player, and he's gonna help the team out, and the Sharks are probably gonna regret not demanding that first from said team,
Yeah.
So I don't know about not being worthy first round pick, but again, just yeah, I mean, again, what more can I say at this point?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, the Sharks lose 8-0 to the Nashville Predators. We don't like it. We don't love it. We don't want some more of it. They head to Anaheim probably tonight. They might actually head to Anaheim now, so I don't know. Let's check the Disneyland app and see if they're able to get into Disneyland before it closes tonight. I mean, why not? Go to Disneyland and try to forget this off and get some good times before we get freaking going here.
Team bonding, am I right?
Right. Disneyland's open till midnight. Come on. Let's just get on the plane, get on the charter, and let's just get freaking going. All right. All right. And with that, we're gonna get Kevin Lacey in here. Give me one moment here. If you want to read some of the comments in the chat while I pull them up, it'd be awesome, my friend.
Sure. Let's see. Okay, so Laurel, I think might have read that tweet already from the quote from Couture about being embarrassed. We're pissed and embarrassed. You lose by that kind of margin, and no one's feeling good about themselves. Yeah, no shit. Didn't think I would hear Steve Dangle on T2SA tonight. Wow, shaka. Lacey's saying he's here.
Yep.
Okay. So Sharks fan 27 asking what the attendance was for tonight.
I believe it was 13,000 and some change.
Yeah, that was, yeah. Let me see, the tickets sold. Classic tickets sold. Let me see. Oh, at least one team is headed to overtime.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me 1 sec. I might lose you, Felix, but give me 1 second. We're going to get Kevin on here. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Get you back in here in just a sec. Kevin, you with me?
Yes.
All right. We're having some difficulty here. Give me a sec while I get Felix back on here.
Oh. Are we live right now, though?
We are live.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, we are live. Felix, if you can hear us, make sure you're still on here. For some reason, it's being particular. But Kevin, how are you, my friend?
Well, I'm doing well. See, I'm watching the hockey game in the organization that's actually been good tonight, which would be the Barracuda game versus the Heat, the last place team in the division versus the first place team. And you shouldn't need to figure out which one the last place team is. But it's 3-3 in overtime. And I'm currently watching Stockton with possession, and they scored. So...
Oh, my God. Are you freaking serious?
Yeah. So 55 seconds into overtime, Juuso Välimäki with a wrist shot beats Alexei Milnichuk, and that one's over. But the Barracuda do forge a point after coming back down 2-0 and 3-1. I can tell you a little bit about this game here. Funny enough, Välimäki was looking like the GOAT earlier on because Dylan Hamiluk, who has had really not much positivity.
Uh-oh. We might have lost Kevin here. Hang on. Oh, Skype updated the app, and boy, howdy, it had to happen tonight. All right, Felix, you're with me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Kevin, are you with me yet?
Although, hold on.
Let's see here.
I don't see the screen.
Yep, and it'll get you there. Start. I'll get the screen share back up. All right, so if you're new here, thanks for joining us. Hit that subscribe button down below. As Kevin was saying just now, the Barracuda just lost in overtime. Boy, how does that look beautiful. Kevin, get on here. Jesus. Yeah, it's been one of those days in Teal Town, folks. It has been. All right. So, gotta love it. Oh, man. Comments coming in from Curtis Bishelka on Twitter. On Couture on Stalock, I feel bad for him. I'm glad he was able to get back into the NHL. It's been a long road for him. There's a lot of guys that probably would have just shut it down, but said they had a great career, but Al's been through a lot as a player. So that's a tough one to take. So
still working on the screen share.
Yeah, we're trying to get that going again, my friend. Skype went full puck guy. Thanks, Tiger. Appreciate it. You know what? I'm gonna put you on hold. I'll call you right back. We'll get back to this in a sec here. So you're stuck with me, folks. It's just been one of those games. You know, it's been one of those games, one of those nights where it's you know, it's just tough. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. But so we appreciate each and every one of you joining us. It's been one of those nights. There we go. We got Felix.
All right.
So we got you, bud. We'll get back to the two shot here as things have just gone absolute shitballs. Rob, I'm in 48-hour football. Can't soon return tonight. Ain't that the truth? All right, there you are. I had lost you to add Felix back in. Are you there, my friend? Yeah, I'm talking to you. You talking to me? All right, there we go. So, basically, what had occurred was I lost you when I lost you when I had said let me get Felix back on. I had lost both of you, and then to make it worse, then I get Felix back, then I lose you, then I lose Felix to get back you. So with that, thank you. All we Kevin, they're saying it. You're muted. I can hear you fine, but I don't understand.
I can hear Kevin.
You can hear Kevin? I'm not sure why we can't hear you. Let me. Yeah. All right. I can. There it is. Okay, we got it. Hey, let me see that. You
shut it off.
It shut off. Oh man.
Let me find it again.
Try to find it again. We have video footage of the fight that occurred at the Shark Tank tonight. So, yeah. So Felix, can you talk for a sec?
Sure.
Can you guys hear Felix?
What's up? How's it going? Besides this game that happened earlier tonight.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, so this has just gone to absolute shit, just like the Sharks did tonight. So that's freaking fantastic. Lacey's still, even without the E. Kevin, boy, see if you can come out of this call and come back in. We'll try and get you back. Thanks, bud. All right, so we can hear Kevin, me and Felix, but unfortunately we don't have it here. Meanwhile, I will go back to our two shot where it still shows that you're Kevin Lacey. We can't have that. Felix talks puck on here. Thank you for joining us. Oh, Felix talk puck. No, Felix talks puck. There we go. All right. So not exactly great footage, but let's oh boy, this is not going to work out too well. All right. So there's the fight. Obviously not that great. Have I tried turning it off and on? Yes, that's great. So hopefully we'll get Kevin back in there. By the way, what Kevin was saying was that the CUDA lost 4-3 in overtime, just literally as Kevin came on that one. So it's just been an all-around shit show like this has been Teal Town After Dark. Granted, Felix, I appreciate you, my friend, as always. Let's talk about how this was Hockey is for Everyone night in the meantime.
Right.
I know you had the call with Brody Brazil on his YouTube channel. I'm glad he responds to your voicemails, not mine, but I digress. Kind of briefly go into what you what you said with Brody and how you brought it up, and what do you think? I know Brody mentioned his comments, but what do you think would help grow the game?
Just a side comment. Sorry, if you heard that laugh, that was my mother. I apologize in advance. But yeah, no, boy, what do I think? Well, here's what I think. Like, from everything that I've seen, and I think Brody kind of touched on this really well in his video response, that, and I've seen this. This kind of goes in like what I've seen on Twitter. There have been a number of tweets that I've seen that suggest that hockey is for everyone should be renamed to make hockey for everyone, because hockey clearly is not yet for everyone. Like, and the NHL means well. Like, I mean, I know that they're trying to they're trying to communicate to a broader fan base and to sort of connect with the fans better, incorporate all these communities and be more inclusive. And again, it's great. Like, when when you put it in words, albeit there are a lot of times their words, especially coming from Commissioner Gary Bettman, could be a lot better. They have um, yeah. No, you're fine. But like, I mean, look, again, the messaging is fine. Like, I mean, on paper, it's great, but I feel like more action is needed. Like, and here's an example. Like, and the most notable example I can think of is the Chicago scandal. I'm just gonna say it right out right now. Like, when you look at what Kyle Beach went through, the pain, the hurt, the emotional trauma, and knowing that his teammates and an organization that he thought would take good care of him did not do any of that. That's quite frankly a slap in the face for the sport.
Right.
Like, and sorry, I'm getting a little emotional here. But like, that's a prime example of the NHL showing that they do not give a crap, despite promoting the whole hockey is for everyone thing. And it's like, I don't know, like, this, the league needs to do better, on all fronts. And granted, lately, I know Vancouver did hire. Yeah, it was Vancouver that hired two women for the managerial position. I believe it was the
Yep.
two new assistant GMs.
It was Emily Castengay and Cami Granado.
Right. And that's great. Like, I'm really happy for them. I hope that they succeed in their positions and that they take, Vancouver towards that next step. But there needs to be more of that. Like, and the NHL needs to show more that they are indeed for everyone, that they are a more inclusive league, that they are going to, have a stronger stance in support of these communities.
Yeah.
So.
Go ahead, Kevin. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll echo that because Kevin, for some reason, I'm still not getting you. I can hear you myself, but I can't get you on Skype for some reason with your audio. I don't know why or whatnot. It's just been one of those rough nights, my friend. But you're saying, better than being just a slogan on a patch, and I completely agree. There's just, it's. I wish it was affordable. I think just to play the game, but to be part of it and everything. We saw some horrible gestures in. I hate to bring up Ukraine in a bad tone right now, but in the Ukrainian Hockey League, we saw the banana peel and the eat. We saw it we saw it. Let's be honest. We saw it in our own backyard with the Barracuda. with Rabik, which was absolutely uncalled for. The whole Kyle Beach situation, it was just absolute piss poor all around, to say the least, and everything.
Yeah, for sure. It was.
And the
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Jordan
Correct.
Subban with the Jacksonville Icemen for sure. It's tough to get. So it's
Right.
you want it to be better. On the
Right.
full end for the playing, you want hockey to be affordable. You want ice time to be available. I would love to see more ice rinks in here. There's talk. I mean, we've talked with Jessica about
Yeah.
potentially a rink in Gilroy. There's plenty of room in Concord, where Contra Costa County does not have an ice rink. Um, you know, uh, it can be better, but it's just more than that. It's just appreciating everybody being here. Whether no matter what ethnicity you are, no matter who cares about which gender you prefer, or doesn't matter. I mean, it shouldn't matter whether you want to enjoy this game with whoever. He, she, the, they, them, whatever your pronouns are. We want you on. We want you to be there and enjoy the hockey.
Oh, absolutely. And as some of you may or may not know, I am a mod for the SDPN server. And the things that I've learned from that server is, honestly, it kind of challenges your beliefs a little, like what you've sort of learned over the years of just, like what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And for me personally, I'm really glad that I joined that server. And
Absolutely.
because again, it's just such a learning opportunity for me. And I think if the NHL takes the proper steps, to really hone in on making hockey for everyone, and like sort of, you know, having people who've been there sort of teach the fans what's okay, what's not okay, and sort of like have programs that players go through to have those teachable moments. I think that's a huge step.
Yeah, I think it is, and being on the SDPN Discord at times too, it's pretty nice. It's a nice welcoming place. It's why theirs has been so huge, and already seen the support and everything. I know your fellow mod, Robert Malloy, along with Adam Wilde, Jesse Blake, and Steve Dangle, have always support inclusion and everything. And I think everybody needs to support inclusion. I think it's fun to enjoy this great game, and I think I speak for the three of us here, among others, to enjoy a game with anyone and everyone.
And of course, we also cannot forget about the indigenous people too. Those are, like, I think the most under noticed community out there that I've realized.
So, Kevin, we're gonna try this one more time. Hope and fingers crossed for you, bud. You guys, I can hear you, but I
Yep.
see you're not showing up on the sound level meter. Yeah, unfortunately. Uh, right. So, Kevin, I thank you for the attempt. Let's stay on after the show and figure this out, because I think we had this issue the last time you were on too, if I wasn't mistaken. I thought we had some sort of sound issue. So, thank you very much. So, so let me ask you this, Kevin. Your reaction to the Barracuda game tonight, since we can't hear you. Yeah, he was kind of going for our audio listeners. Eh. And now I'll ask, hey Kevin, what did you think of the Sharks game tonight? And he just broke his computer, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just put it that way. So he's at Kevin Lacey 22. Yeah, see if you were to see him right now, for those listening on the audio, he just lost it somehow. Oh, now see his video is broken and now he's gone. Well, that's terrific. As this night keeps getting better and better. Felix, let's get out of here. Your final thoughts and where the people can find you.
So, final thoughts. First of all, these Sharks, well, oh goodness. What is there to even say at this point? Right, like, I mean, look, Sharks, please just get it together. That's all we're asking. Just get it together. And on that note, I think unfortunately, I feel like this season, just based on the way that they've been playing, and the roster that they have right now, and just everything else, this is another lost season. Again, if you're thinking that this team is going to the playoffs, I don't know what to tell you. You know, I don't know. I really don't. So, and there's definitely going to be some very interesting times ahead. We're probably going to lose a key player. Maybe not. We'll see. But the trade deadline is going to be very interesting. And my second thought kind of goes into, well, it sort of goes into the hockey's for everyone thing, but at the same time, it's also separate from that. Guys, I'm not gonna lie when I say sports has been on the back burner for me, especially of lately. It's been rough out there.
Yeah.
And look, it's a privilege to cover sports, no matter how mad we are, like we are tonight, or how frustrated this team can make us. It's a privilege to cover the Sharks.
Yeah. No, and
it's a privilege to do what we do, to have this passion project continue year after year when livelihoods are being destroyed as we speak overseas.
yeah, it's been rough, but
yeah, it's again, it's a privilege, and I think we need to be grateful. We really need to be grateful for what we have. Sorry.
You're good. Compose yourself, bud. I'll help you out here. As frustrating as things can be with the Sharks, and there will be a day where this team will eventually hoist the Stanley Cup, and hopefully I'll still be around for that when it happens. But with everything going on, not just with Ukraine right now, but which I'm touching on, but within the last 2 years, there are times where things get emotional, get frustrating. You can be very anxious, and just know that it's okay not to be okay. It's tough. It's not fun, but when you have support of others, it helps. Hockey is a welcome distraction, my friend. And that's why it's fortunate we have that. But yes, of course, our hearts go out to those suffering an unfair and unjust thing in the Ukraine. I would say tonight, before I throw it back to you, Felix, they played the Ukrainian national anthem. that they are in support of those in Ukraine, which I thought was a very nice touch.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
Indeed, but you
And
good?
sorry, I do want to point out that I saw my Twitter feed and I can confirm via the NHL website that Jaromir Jagr will be raising money to help Ukrainian refugees by moving his Kladno team in the Czech Republic to Prague's O2 Arena, which seats about 18,000 spectators. And his goal, which was apparently posted on Facebook, is to sell out the arena and help the Ukrainian families and refugees who are currently staying safe in the Czech Republic. So it's a really nice touch by Jaromir Jagr.
Absolutely. All right, so he's at Felix Talks Puck on the Twitter. I'm at PuckGuy14 on the Twitter and the Instagram. More than anything, we talk about hockey is for everyone. We talk about how we're going through a lot of stuff. This is why Teal Together is such an important slogan here, because no matter where we are, who we are, what we do outside this, we all put on our teal. We just put on our hockey jerseys, have fun, enjoy the game as one. Doesn't matter where we're from. Doesn't matter what we do, how much money we have in our bank accounts or whatnot. We're here to enjoy the game. You're here to jet away for about 2.5 hours and enjoy a night, or go off and vent because the team lost 8-0. But I digress. But that's
For sure. And
good.
I do want to point out something that Fanatical Teal Bleeder said in chat. Russians don't support this too either, so let's not demonize them too. And not to make this a political pod, because obviously we are a hockey pod, but this is a very important subject to touch on. So thank you for that, Fanatical Teal Bleeder.
Yeah, and that's true, Fanatical Teal Reader. Very true. There were talks about some, people trying to get Americans out of there tonight. Who knows what that would mean for the KHL? Will remains to be seen. A lot of players will be not getting paychecks for sure on that. So, with that, we'll leave you right now. The Sharks do play tomorrow, as the Sharks take on the Anaheim Ducks. That's a 5 p.m. start. It's a Sunday, which means AJ and Jerk will be here for Pucknologist Takeover, and it will not be as bad as with the technical problems as this one has been for tonight. But with that, so Pucknologist Takeover of After Dark tomorrow, following Sharks and Ducks, and that will do it for us for now. For Felix, I am Eric. Appreciate you. All the best. Love you all.
And please spread that love, please.
Yep. And until next time, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. Have a great night, everyone. We will see you tomorrow night for a Pucknologist Takeover of After Dark. Good night, everyone.